Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and it's Friday. Oh yes it is. I hope you're all going to have a fabulous weekend and you get up to all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I do. And I certainly know I am. Yep, down with the scruffy mat. Today we're going to do a Christmas card, and I'm probably going to need it that way around. I'll drop the camera right down low so that you can see. And we're going to be using that little, well, it's not so small. I think I did measure it and everything on Tuesday, I think it was. The timber frame. These come in a set. I did actually find the link, and I did put the link on that video. And I do like it, so I'm using it again. I also just received these. A set of 3 little bears, one skating, one standing and one sitting. We're going to use the standing bear today, but I will use the rest next week. So if I find that link again, I will link that below. And we are using the stamp set and dies from the haul on Monday. I'm trying to remember my days here. And it's the holly and the berry set. And so today we're doing pink and red. So first up, let's get the bear. This is the little bear. I've got a little piece of black cardstock here just to pop behind his head so that I've got a black nose. Oh, there we go. He's got such a sweet expression. And then I want to colour his scarf in red. I'm using Barn Door Archival to do that. And what else am I doing in red? Oh yeah, I'm going to be brave. I'm going to do my wood frame in red too. And cardstock printed that I'm using today is American Crafts Vicky Bouton, and it is the Peppermint Kisses. So that is the piece that's going to go behind the frame. And you can see I've got a theme going on here of pink, red and white. So that is our theme. Now, bits that I've stamped already is the holly, and I've done 2 of the sprig in pink and red. You can see it's all scribbled ink splashy. I love it. So we've got that in pink and red. I did the bouquet with a little bow, pink and red again. And I also stamped out the merry and bright. So we've got all of that bit organised. Oh, and the very base is going to remain white cardstock. Just use any rectangle die that you've got to do that. So I'm just moving that out of the way, and I'll inch those over slowly. I'm going to move my little white bear because I do not want him to turn red. Right, so let me get this in a position where I can see it. And I'm going to do the biggest bit first. I've already got a blendy tool, which is loaded with this particular ink. So might as well use the same one. I bought a bunch of these blending foams from ALIEXPRESS a couple of years ago, and I'm still happily using them. And you can wash them a few times and get even more use out of them. So I apologise if this is showing up orange. I promise you it isn't, because you all know what Barn Door looks like. It's a lovely Christmas red. So I'm just getting this down on here. And what I'll do is I will finish inking exactly as you see here. And I'm trying to have a little bit that's, you know, kind of faded in areas, and I will come right back. Okay, so I've done that, and I also inked the little scarf in exactly the same way. So if I pick that up close, can I have a look there? Oh, there we go. You've got all those little embossed marks, which is really sweet. So I'm just going to pop that there, and I'm going to sift these pieces away. Now this piece needs to be glued onto the back of here. Now, as you can see, I used, I don't know why I did it. I should have just cut it out. But I actually used a frame which has got stitching. So that might present a problem for me as, you know, I glue it down. But I hope not. So anyway, here goes. I'm just going to glue on the inside edge because it's not that much bigger than the aperture. Just wiggle it all down there. And now I'm trying to think. I'm going to assess where I'm going, and I'm going to pop it down. And then I'm going to quickly pick it up and have a look. Because if I've got any stitching that's showing through, I would rather it be even, if you know what I mean. And I'm going to go for that. So I'm going to smooth that down. Okay. And now that I've got that, I'm going to get my foam. I might have to run off and get some more foam tape because I've only got a bit left on here. And I want this popped up on foam. Yeah, I'm definitely going to have to run off and get a roll. Wonder if I've got enough to go down to there. It starts to lose its sticky as it hits the cardboard. Right. So you can see, you know, roughly how much is wasted. So I'll just grab another roll and I'll be straight back. Okay, I got one, and hopefully this one's going to work. Yes, it is. Got a little bit of fluff stuck to that. And I most certainly don't want that bit. So we're going to go down here. Isn't it great when you just pause and come back? You know, like no time vanished. Technology. Do you know, I'm old enough to remember, are you ready for this? The first colour TV set. Yes, I am. And the first thing I ever watched in colour was a show which I'm sure at the time was meant for grown-ups. Don't worry, it's nothing bad. And it was called Paint and Place. I'm pretty sure it was called that. And I remember thinking, oh, how glamorous. There was a woman wearing a pale blue cardigan and I was so excited. And then the next thing I watched was, I've got one of those rolls where it's got no stick. Yeah, let me cut that bit off. And then the next thing that I watched was Land of the Giants. Oh, I used to think it was absolutely fabulous until I saw it in colour. And then I thought they were real. Because I remember we always used to have our bath. I think it used to come on a Sunday afternoon. And we used to have our bath for school. Because for those who don't know it, I was actually raised in children's homes. So, you know, it was like hundreds of kids doing stuff all at the same time. But anyway, we used to sort of like 3 in the bathtub and then we'd have to get dry in front of the open coal fire while the TV was on. And I remember Land of the Giants and thinking, oh no, they're watching me put my gym jams on. And I went and hid behind the couch. It was quite funny. And then I never really wanted to watch it again after that. Yeah. And Doctor Who and the Daleks. Yeah, they used to scare me. I used to go running off and hiding behind the couch. Right, so we've got that bit down. And I want to stick this onto the base. Just take the backs off there. The marvels of inventions, yes. I could ramble on for ages. I remember when cassettes came out. Reel to reel. Oh, I still love reel to reel, I have to tell you. I love the machines. I love the aesthetics of them. And then the CD. Oh, my goodness me. That you could get rid of all of your albums and just buy CDs. What a huge mistake that was. because I'm pretty sure some of them would have been worth a fortune now. Right, I am going to try and get this down as straight as possible. And I'm going to go there. Right, so now we are pink and red. I am committed. So it's quite a bold colourway if you look at that. And I know my light's not showing it well, but never mind. Right, so the next thing I want to do is I want to get my holly pieces, and I'd kind of already seen in my head that they were going to be corner pieces, top and bottom. So I really like that. So I'm just going to glue those onto there. I love that this, you know, this little bit here is kind of denoting the edge. And we're going to get that on. I'm going to pop it here. I don't mind going, you know, a little bit off the edge with it, as long as you stay within your white cardstock at the bottom, because you don't want it to get bashed around in an envelope. And then I'm going to do exactly the same down here. I'm going to go there. Oh, I tell you, I'm so excited for the autumn. My husband doesn't know it yet, but I bought some more apple trees and some more plum trees and another peach. And they should be arriving in a few weeks. So I'm kind of sneaking around the garden. You know what we're like with our craft supplies? I mean, I know we're like that. You know, when they see all the packages coming through the door, I'm like that with fruit trees. I try to dig the holes and hide the holes until the tree arrives. And then when he's on the mower, it's like, where on earth did that come from? Yeah, it's quite funny. Right, and now we've got our lovely bouquet, and I'm wanting that to come off the edge as well. I'm just going to pop that there. Such a lovely, happy combination. And there we go. Let's try and find a centre for it. These stamps are so easy to use. You just can't make mistakes with them, because they just look like pencil drawn edges and then inky blobs in the middle. Now you can do them traditional green and red, but I just wanted to go pink and red. So let's move that up there. Hopefully you can see it more. And now we've got our little bear, but what I want for him is, and you'll notice that I'm putting the glue around the edge of the aperture and not onto the cardstock, because sometimes when you do that you end up with a real harsh line showing through. So you want a minimal amount of glue when you're piecing something like this, and just do it like that, so that the little bear, I'm going to get a close-up. Ooh, swing him around. Oh, I hope I haven't got my camera settings all wrong again. There we go. There he is. He's got his little arm in the air, bless him. It's kind of like Christmassy, isn't it? Now, Oliver Twist, you know, please sir, may I have some more? And I want to pop him there, but I want his little arm within the edge, just like that. Oh, yes, I like that. So a little bit of glue. And let's pop him into position. There we go. This is such a sweet little set. I spotted it and I thought, oh yeah, got to have that, because they look like a nice size to be used on their own. But there's a trio of them, so you can do, you know, 3 different cards. And now we've got the little scarf. And I'm just going to pick him up to make sure that I'm getting it right under his chin. There we go. Now if you want to get your chalks out so that you've got some really sweet looking little pink cheeks, you can do that. And then last but not least is Merry and Bright, and that can be wherever you want it to be. So I'm just kind of like, you know, moving it around, seeing where I like the idea of it. Because if you've got any little, you know, crystal dots and stuff like that, which I have got actually, I might pause and grab them and dot a few of those on there. So I can't decide whether I want it there or whether I want it there. I think I'm going to go up into the corner and use foam. Just want to make sure I'm getting it on straight. Okay, now I'm just going to get some of my little crystal drops, and I think I got them from KS Craft, and I'll be right back. Right, so I have found them, and somewhere around here is my pickup tool. I'm just going to grab that. These are quite a nice size. Some of them are actually heart shaped too. And I'll grab a few smaller ones. You can dot as many of these on as you want. So I'm just going to flip them. Right, let's get our glue and do a few dots. So I think I'm going to start off on the frame first. I'm going to go there, and I'm going to go there and sparkle it up a bit. And of course this glue does dry clear. But just to add a little bit of dimension, because there is quite a few sort of like dot patterns on this paper. So just take advantage of a few of those. So now I've got 3 dots down, and I think I'll do 4 here. I'll just cluster all those quite close together like little snowballs. So I've got my pickup tool again. Just pushing them over. Let's grab a few more and see what shapes we come up with. Pop that one on. I'm having to flip them over. And then I want a larger one, so I'm going to go there. So when those are dry, you're not going to see the glue. But it just adds a little bit of something extra. Right, so let's have a close-up. We've got a nice little bit of cuteness, and we've got those little dots. Isn't that sweet? Oh, I do love that. Right. We have some clarity in the image. I thank you so much for joining me today. I do hope you have an absolutely awesome weekend. As usual, all links below, and I'll be back again on Monday with the rest of those bears. Right, bye.